Hey, what's going on, everybody? Akeem here, and in today's gaming news, a Spider-Man 2 player found something surprising hidden within the game. So if you haven't beaten the game just yet, you might want to dip out right now because spoilers ahead. And we've got some PlayStation 5 Slim news you definitely might want to hear about. Let's drop it. Spider-Man 2 features a number of familiar Spider-Man supervillains, but there's one that's conspicuously missing. Now, before we get into it, consider this your spoiler warning. All right, now Spider-Man 2 revolves around the arrival of Kraven the Hunter in New York. Now, Kraven is hell-bent on finding a foe worthy of his might as part of his great hunt, and to that end goes on a surprisingly violent rampage that sees a handful of supervillains disposed of. Now, during the course of the game, Kraven takes on the likes of Scorpion and Mr. Negative, and even Venom. But fans have wondered why Rhino, who was so prominent in both Spider-Man and the spin-off Miles Morales, fails to make a proper appearance in Spider-Man 2. Now, one fan, however, managed to get out of bounds in the virtual city of New York and uncovered what appears to be a cut Kraven trophy room. Now, in it are 4 heads displayed on a wall, one of which belongs to poor little Rhino. That man ain't little, he's huge. Now, the other heads appear to belong to Shocker with untextured Vulture and Scorpion. Now, in Spider-Man 2, Kraven kills Scorpion with his very own stinger on screen, but also appears to have killed Vulture, Electro, and Shocker off screen. Now, it's worth remembering that developer Insomniac did not intend for this trophy room to be accessible to players, so we can't say for sure that, story-wise, Kraven killed Rhino off screen. Perhaps the developer at one time intended for that to be the case, but decided against it. Or perhaps Insomniac intends to bring Rhino back in the inevitable Spider-Man 3. Only time will tell. That's definitely an interesting Easter egg in Spider-Man 2, and a little surprising that Insomniac left it in there. The gamers are always going to find whatever you've got buried behind the scenes. I wouldn't be surprised if Insomniac removed this trophy room in an upcoming patch. Now, moving on, some gamers are up in arms about the upcoming Blu-ray disc drive accessory for the all-new digital PS5 Slim. The Charlie Intel Twitter account published images of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 PS5 Slim bundle, and eagle-eyed observers notice a disclaimer that has raised eyebrows. Quote, "Internet connection required to pair disk drive and PS5 console upon setup." Now, some people are worried that the disk drive has some kind of online DRM, or that it requires an internet connection every single time it is used. Now, Digital Foundry's very own John Linman, a longtime proponent of physical game media, called the move, quote, "highly concerning and very strange." He said, quote, "Hardware connectivity shouldn't be determined by a server that may not always be available. The concern stems from a potential problem years down the line, at a time when Sony may have switched its authentication servers off, rendering the disk drive unusable. Now, perhaps Sony will issue an update at some point to remove the check, but as it stands now, a connection is required. Now, this is likely a one-time occurrence when you initially connect the disk drive to your PS5. However, that doesn't change the fact that this accessory doesn't make any sense for anyone. If you buy the all-digital PS5 Slim for $450, presumably you don't need the drive anyway. And if you buy it later for $80, well, now you've spent more money than if you just bought the damn model with the disk drive included in the damn thing already. What are you doing? I don't know. Anyways, the new PS5 Slim models are due next month with a rumored release date of November 10th.
Akeem! What do you think you're doing? This is what a real news show looks like on the internet. This is what the face of IGN used to look like before Brian Altano drug it through the dirt. You have 1 week! 1 week, Akeem, to get your affairs in order, and then you're all mine on this stage! For charity. I'll do one more too.
Whoa, IGN expat Greg Miller. I haven't seen your face in quite a while, because I don't watch Kinda Funny, I only watch IGN. That's where I get my frickin' news from. I can't believe you're still as heated and unhinged as ever. How dare you call Brian Altano out like that? You know what? Brian and I have been cleaning up the frickin' mess you left behind several years ago. And yes, I cannot wait to see you face to face. I would say beard to beard if I could grow a beard, but I can't. I don't need one. I'm manly enough. That guitar Jeff Jarrett hit you over the head with must have scrambled your frickin' brains a bit, because You gotta be out of your freaking mind to call me out like that. Just wait, my guy. Just wait, because in the infamous words of DMX, X gon' give it to you. And no, I'm not talking about the Ty West film, although I do love this sweater, that's why I wore it. Just wait. Anyways, now that you're caught up on the beef between Kinda Funny and IGN, please go check out the latest trailer for the horror game Don't Scream. I'm Akeem Lawanson, way better than Greg Miller, always and forever, giving you the gaming news right here on IGN, so keep it locked.